We're going for dinner at the Chateau tonight. I'm add in my grated Parmesan. We're in for some amazing skies very shortly. We're all waiting for the thunder. Starters on the table.
Oh, good, look, that's gorgeous.
Well, I hope so.
She's
They are.
They're not very attractive.
Wow.
And then you get pulled over by the
We're going for dinner at the Chateau tonight, and we're all taking a dish, and I'm doing starters. At the moment I've got this, well, they've just started, but there's loads of them, these green beans. These are what we call runner beans. The French call them Spanish beans, because the French beans, there's a few in here as well, but I'll keep those separate. You could do this with French beans. Anyway, we trim the edges, and then when they're bigger we slice them, but I think I'll just trim the edges. So I'll just give these a wash and prep them, and there's too many here for what I need, so I shall blanch and freeze the rest because I'm getting loads at the moment. It's brilliant, I love these. Anyway, what am I going to make? I'm going to make a green bean and Parmesan tart, and I'm going to serve that with a baby leaf salad, also from the garden, with some nasturtium leaves and flowers, and a balsamic dressing. So my ingredients are quite simple. I have some ready-made puff pastry, I have the green beans, I have creme fraiche de Isigny, which is a very, very thick creme, because the recipe that I normally use calls for double cream, but they don't have that in France, so this is the nearest thing. But you can use double cream for this, or heavy cream, you probably call it in the US. And I'm going to use some grated Parmesan. This one's actually Grana Padano, but it's very, very similar. So Parmesan, or you can use the flakes of Parmesan, or you can flake that yourself. And then just some seasoning and the ready-made puff pastry. Anyway, I'll get on and wash these beans and trim them up, and I'll show you when I've done them. Well, I've prepped a lot of the beans. I'm going to finish the rest, prepping the rest when it's cooking. So as you can see, what I've done is I've taken the sides off, and on the slightly bigger ones, this is what we do. We slice them quite thinly, and we chop them up as well. But you can get a little tool for that, but I haven't got one, so I usually do it by hand. There's usually only me and Tony. Anyway, these are the ones I'm going to pick some of these out to use for the starter. Right, I've rolled out the pastry. I've made it into two long strips here, where I've just folded over the edges and just gently rolled it, just so it's very slightly thicker on the edges. And I'm going to move on to the next step. So if I was making just one of these, it would probably be 2 big tablespoons of this, I'll say 2 heaped tablespoons, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then 100 grams of Parmesan. But I'm going to at least double up on that, because I've got 2 quite big sized ones of these. I'm going to mix them together in a bowl and then put them on the pastry, and then top them with the beans. Right, I've mixed together 4 big tablespoons, 4 heaped tablespoons of the creme de Isigny, which is very, very thick. Look at that, it's beautiful. 4 level tablespoons of olive oil, and I've seasoned that with salt and pepper. Then I'm going to add in my grated Parmesan, and then I'm going to spoon the whole mixture onto there and top it with the beans. I've mixed most of the Parmesan into that mixture. I'm going to spread that. I'm now going to spread that along the base of the pastry and then top it with the beans, and I've got a little bit left over to sprinkle on the top. Looks a little bit like a cream cheese, and it's sort of that consistency. You probably could do this with a cream cheese or a lovely goat's cheese. And also at the moment I've got lots of these in my garden. So I could have used those. I would have picked a few smaller ones and salted them and got the moisture out first, salted them, rinsed them, and then patted them dry, and then sliced them up on top. Once it's cooked, I will tidy it up as I slice it, because it's looking quite rustic at the moment, if that's a good description. When I slice this, I want to slice it on an angle. So I'm going to put the beans on an angle, and I'm going to have to cut them to fit. Right, I'm just going to sprinkle these with a little bit more Parmesan on the top. Hopefully that will melt all over the top of the beans and maybe go a little bit crunchy. We'll see when it comes out, won't we? Right, I'm going to bake these in the oven, 180 degrees, until it's all puffed up and gone golden brown. Right, I'm just off out in the garden. Go and get some salad leaves. I think there's a storm coming. I'm just heading over to Chateau De Colombe for a dinner party. And I think we're in for some amazing skies very shortly. It's sunny here. Pitch black over there. Wow. And we can see a long way from here as well, so when there's a storm you can see it coming across the fields. Wow, how dark is that? We have some amazing skies at the Chateau De Colombe at the moment. And look how fast that cloud's moving. It's not a gale here, but up there it obviously is.
How long?
That's quite incredible, isn't it? Look how quick that's changing. It's going so fast. Oh, I can hear thunder. Can you hear that? All the doggies, look, they're all waiting. They're all waiting for the thunder. Oh, hear it rumbling. Yeah. Wow. It's so fast. What can you see, Stuart?
I mean, it seems to be a lot brighter behind.
Oh, good,
Look at,
good.
Right between the buildings here, the
Wow.
light and the clouds there.
Yeah, there's a whole different sky out there. Oh, it's just passing, I think, in the distance. Can hear it though, listen to the noise.
Yeah.
I hope the microphone's picking that up. A big grumbling. Oh, the wind's picking up. No lightning, I'm afraid. Can't see any anyway. It's very moody. I think we've got away with it again. It's just over the back there. I'm going in for dinner. Aha, starters on the table.
Oh, good, look that gorgeous.
Well, I hope so.
She's good. Oh my God, you had the flowers too.
Yeah. Nasturtiums.
Borscht.
Oh, borage. Yeah.
Borscht, yes. Beautiful.
Yeah. There we are. Hello. I've just placed starters for everyone. It's a little bit browner. It looks browner on the camera than it really is. Underneath there is a balsamic dressing. It's quite a sweet dressing. Come sit down. Well, I don't know. There's no place cards.
Well, I normally sit,
So wherever you think, Gary.
sit down at the end here.
Okay.
I'm just chatting with my friends.
I'm trying to film the sky because there's lightning and thunder.
Which I did in the 90s.
Wow.
And there was
That one was close. Well, it's really going for it now. It's crashing down. Oh, that was a good one.
wow, you don't really see it.
I know, it
But
just
is
lights
the-
the trees up.
Is the fountain not gorgeous?
Oh, it's beautiful,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous. I mean, I feel so blessed that we have this,
Yeah.
and thanks to our patrons. I mean, it's
How beautiful is that? Oh. Wow.
It's basically, I planted and it lasts days. In England, I used to plant stuff I found some bulbs and I just cut them in there.
Oh, it's almost like a firework display. Wow. This will clear the air a little bit because it's been so hot and humid. Camera doesn't really pick it up the way we're seeing it.
They're in a music couple.
They are.
They're not very attractive, but they're a music
Wow.
I love gardening.
Wow! That lit up the whole courtyard. Please do it again. Go on.
No, I mean, I'm going back.
it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, I did close the windows upstairs, but only half of them. I mean,
Yeah.
so they're ajar,
It's still letting a
but
breeze
they can't-
through.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh yeah. You from gold Sunday. And then you get pulled over by the and you go.
One row. I mean, three stones this size.
It takes an hour and a half, but
Yeah.
or an hour.
if you're a fan.
And
And
you
you
think,
think, and that part, the stones and everything.
John,
take
just
one
dead,
thing
stop
down.
Singing behind me.
You know what?